Hey guys, and welcome back to some Final Fantasy 14. I was about to say 16 and I'm not entirely certain why. So I would like to get through a fair bit of the main story quest today. So we're about to start 2.3 and I'd like to get as far through 2.3 as possible today. I can't play all day because it's Saturday and I have to go to my parents' house late this afternoon, as I do every week. So yeah, it's not going to be a full day. It is what it is. So I want to see how much I can get through. Sorry, I can totally speak to her over this bloody broad desk. As much as I can before this afternoon. So, Minfilia, let's get started. Do I remember where we left off? Not particularly. Our friends, oh, that's right, the Isle of Badesian. Gone. Our friends, the very isle itself. Everyone and everything. No, it avails us naught to speculate. Eorzea will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations which we had previously attributed to good King Moggle Mog XII. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the Twelveswood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. I'm gonna say the whole primal thing is kind of getting boring, exhausting, and repetitive. We're just constantly going out and killing a primal, constantly going out and killing a primal, constantly going out and killing a primal. Like, could you get more original with your storytelling, please? Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Flamin... Who's this person? Celia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? Oh, her mother. A band of refugees, hailing from Uldar this time, are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in the seventh heaven, awaiting a formal response. Yeah. See, that's what happens when you start taking in refugees. Everybody else decides that it's fair game. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Acelia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread, and more will follow. Agreed. Don't do it. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Why? You're going to be all bleeding heart and, oh no, they don't have a place. We must take them in, as with every refugee group. Seren, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. I don't care about refugees. Respectfully. I've got, it sounds harsh, but I have bigger problems to deal with right now than a bunch of displaced people. I'm literally trying to save the world. It seems a wee bit more important, don't you think? Where are they? They're across the way. Okay. There. Draggle-tailed refugee. What the hell is a draggle? Draggle-tailed. Who are y'all, and why do you look like that? I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. 12 be praised, it is you. We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. There's not that much work being required here, considering I just took in 200 plus people. Pray calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know naught of your situation. I beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Uldar for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one what got took. I say there's work, but there's naught for an honest man. Naught as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed in our backs. Now, that's just your perspective, sir, because you expected a handout. They can't just hand out money and jobs to every single refugee that stumbles upon their doors. Stop being so selfish. There are other sides to the story. I don't pretend to be clever. Yeah, I can see that. But even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where. Well, running implies you're running from something. So, I'm not convinced by you. And when it came to me, revenant's toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us. No, that's not the case, sir. They had something to offer. You don't. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Germans' petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathise deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organisation of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've got nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us? Dude, just because you've got nowhere to go doesn't mean that other people have to take you in. If I might have a word. Where's Tataru? I didn't even see Tataru. Tataru, is also miss? Ill tidings from Ulda, my lady. Alphanard has been wounded. Oh well, sounds like a him problem. But may I ask how? What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the Flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild apparently, lashing out at any and every one. Yeah, well, that's the fast way to... You know the best way to solve the refugee problem is when they rebel, you kill them. Sounds horrific, morally questionable, but if they're gonna riot and rebel and, you know, presumably hurt people and things, well, it's the best way to sort your problem, and the refugees just solved it for you. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. Bro. No one ever protests peacefully these days. Protests have gone beyond what they should be, and they should just be legally banned in every single country across the world because they are always turn not peaceful. They turn violent and disruptive and hateful. Seven hells. Now the Blades have an excuse. They round us up and kill everyone who tries to resist. Ha! Told ya. Antecedent, please, if you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. Nope, that's still beyond us. Don't you dare agree to this. My lady. We are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. I mean, that's kind of what you're doing by not helping the refugees, I might argue. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I'm not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? How can you be so blind? Find Alphanard and quickly. If he is in danger, or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Papa Lima will see to it. Good, because the primals are boring. Although, I would also argue that I don't want to deal with refugees. I don't care about them. Alphanard's being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Serent, the Hourglass. Where's the Hourglass? I've never heard of the Hourglass. Somewhere in the depths of Ulda. Alrighty, well we get to leave this ragged bunch of idiots. Do I want your quest, Lorian? Hard to say. I'm busy with main quest. Oh, I don't need to go to this to teleport. I'm a twit. Gosh, I'm so out of sorts. I don't even remember how to play this game. Leave it a week. Didn't we play this last week? Oh no, it was the week before. Sorry. Too busy playing Horizon last week. Where are we going specifically? So you're the Hourglass, but the Hourglass is inside the quicksand. Okay. Why is the Hourglass a thing? I don't understand why it's a thing. If you already have the sense, whatever this place is called. I can never remember this place's name. Quicksand. That. So which part of this is the Hourglass? I don't get it. Hi. I mean, you don't seem too wounded to me, bruh.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well.
Yeah, not even a scratch on him. I don't call that exaggeration, I call that a falsehood.
Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life.
I mean, I don't disagree. Asterisk.
To an Ul'dan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence.
Well, that's true regardless of what city you're in.
So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy?
They don't.
What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dan way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers.
The thing I don't understand, assuming this doesn't automatically push me forward, it's been 5 years since the Calamity. So 5 years since these refugees have set up shop or set up camp outside the gates of Ul'dah. In that time, how have they not become a self-sufficient society? Because that's usually what happens when you have people flocking to a location for a long period of time. Instead of being allowed into the location and sort of mingling and becoming part of that space, they create their own little town on the outskirts. And within it, they create all the needs they have. You've got your, your bakers, you've got your butchers, you've got your hunters, you've got, your medical people. Like, you form your own little society that's self-sufficient because you're all performing the roles you need to survive as a society. So it's been 5 years. How has this not happened at the refugee camp? How have they not used barter as a form of currency to get themselves into a better position? I find it strange that they haven't progressed in any capacity in all this time. They've got all the means in front of them, and they just don't use them. It even shouldn't be a deliberate thing. It's the kind of thing that just inherently happens in a space. So I kind of feel like some of this is their own fault.
While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence.
We as players know that it wasn't Lord Lolorito's refusal for the Dolmens that caused this. It was the other dude's interference that did it. But you're being short-sighted, man.
That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
You don't see that this is not a coincidence? That this timing was chosen for exactly this reason? You don't find that suspicious? Of course he doesn't. Short-sighted. God, it's so loud. I had my volume turned up for the dialogue, but now this is all very loud. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Thank you. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Reborn has to say upon the matter. Okay. Main door? Yes, main door. Oh, we're entering spooky season, are we? Oh gosh. Ah! I kind of expected him to be at the, inside hall, but okay, no, we're just going to the Green Company's location. Okay. Hi. Now is not a good time, Siren. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Alphanard, back on your feet already. You may credit my swift recovery to your chirurgeons. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation. Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine, given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between the Uldan citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away. But would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single gil to spend, who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait, except for the fact that if someone is instigating this, they will continue to instigate. So you need to get to the root of it while you're quashing it. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. Bye. Peace out. The General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim, without the necessary proof, that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Therefore, it's our duty to find proof? ? Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, Siren. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harbouring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may bulk at the request for such information, but I have no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. Swift. Which one was Swift? Is that the dude here or in Alamigo? Little Alamigo. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers of my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? Yes, we shall. So much talking so early in the morning. Speak with Swift. Oh no, Swift is this dude here. You look as though you have something to say, Siren. Do you? What you ask is no simple favour. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. I don't remember where that is. This way, apparently. Come, Choco! It's just down the road, but you are immensely faster than I am. See, this is what they should have done. Set up their own little camps. Their own little mini societies. Leofric. A friend of the Sultanate, are we? I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees who... like he just assumes that without waiting for a response. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He will explain everything. Where is he? And what brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well then, you've come to the right place. Ah, you mean those refugees? Oh, no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. I do not know which merchant you speak of, but let's go find Zazawaka. Yeah, this is a nice place to stay outside the rain. Ah, don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon, you're not a flame? I see. If Leofric bid you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. 12 be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. Ha! A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you will understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Oh, what kind of bloodshed are we talking about? Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. Hey, Smokey. Welcome. Oh, behind. Terrified refugee. I'll be more concerned about these things back here. What are you doing? Don't draw. Don't draw! I'm not drawing my weapon. Oh. Why didn't you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me. Be here to soothe me. Why? Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? Look, party chat works just as well as any. Consider yourself soothed. Who are you? What do you want? Aye, it's true. I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. Good. What they will not give, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into 2 groups, set us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but when they started arguing, and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and, oh gods, the other group, they're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. I mean, if you believe in that kind of bullshit, you kind of deserve what's befallen you. Though, if they were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one woman. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Seems like a terrible idea, but okay. Whereabouts are they? There. Okay. Let's go, Choco. We're going up or down? Down, apparently. Down where? Here? Nope, that's not right. I don't know how to get to them. Through the caves? Seems like a strange way to go. The clutch. Desperate refugee. He's so desperate, he's just standing here doing nothing. Yes, I see the desperation. 7 hells, they've found us. Everyone, grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lass, but we are more than willing to kill you ourselves. Okay. Come with me. Remember how this game works again? Anyone else, sir? Yep. I hope all this senseless death was worth it. Is it worth it, sir? Oh my gosh. Hello? Why you know damage? I don't understand why you didn't damage him. Bye. Mishfighting immigrants. Look, they deserve it. Oops. Apparently I'm supposed to... Wait, you didn't have a thing over your head, so I left. They're kind of bringing it on themselves. Sure, they were provoked, but they're stupid and naive for believing them. So, you know, yes, I'm going to victim blame at this moment in time. You beat them like it was nothing. But the question is, though, did I kill them? That foul almighty. What are we going to do now? Accept that you were wrong and accept the consequences of your actions. Speak with the terrified refugee. Oh, way back across the way. It's faster just to leave. If these refugees wanted sympathy, they're coming to the wrong person. Oh wait, can we just go through here? Because they would have the Fs behind them. Yeah. Okay, well, I defeated pretty much the entire camp. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I didn't see twins, actually. I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you. Okay, I didn't kill them. Then they'll not get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Huh? But where else could he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others. Highly likely. I don't know why I just don't take the money, because anything I receive here is going to be under-leveled for me at level 61. Plus I bought rings, so I probably should just take the money. I didn't think about that. I should just start taking the money. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. See, I told you it wasn't a coincidence. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of his futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Sir, you're... Ma'am, sir? No, it's man. You are intimating that none of this is your fault. How much more suffering must we endure? As if you didn't just bring on the immediate suffering upon your own shoulders, yourself. Find him. Convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. I'm just gonna say, it seems like a bit of a you problem. You're the idiots who decided this was a good idea. You should reap the rewards that you sow. Okay, well that sucks. Come, Choco, we must away. That is a cactus. Oh, I should be doing fates. My squad! Oh my gosh, I completely forgot my squadron was a thing. I've got to go find my squadron. Hi. Ellie, Ellie. Ma'am, I don't know how to say your name. Where is everybody? And why are you crying? Have you seen my parents? Nope. Oh, there's more people over here. I have the weirdest articulation. I don't close my lips when I talk. Oh, you're a dude? The name like that? Okay. They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Ulgar. The man said they were going to change everything, make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Say, miss, are you looking for someone? I'm looking for someone stirring up trouble. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Is he stupid enough to return? Apparently he is. Wait, look over there. I think that's him. Convenient. Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? You! After him, Seren. Don't just stand there and watch him run away. He's getting away. Go get him, miss. Well, I would, but she's daft and doesn't want to run. Search for the merchant in the dispatch yard. Sir, I'd like to have a word with you. Sir. You again? Why are you pursuing me? Oh, I don't know, Mr. Guilty Conscience. Sedition, treason, revolution. That's preposterous. Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The selfsame refugees who terrorize the streets of Ulgar? Ha! You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of the argument, let us say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I'd give a cockern's ass about politics. It was business. Only business. Like that changes the outcome of your actions, sir? You're still responsible. Is he looking for a way out? For help? What is he doing here? Hello, stranger. We both know I am not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. This dude's about to die. He's about to bite it. Yep, and there he goes. Well, can I take his corpse back to the city as evidence? What's all this commotion? That's a very long arrow. 7 hells. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. speak with the stone torch. I will do that anon. My washing has finished and I need to go put my washing out. Give me a couple minutes, guys. Alright, Stone Torch Bro. What do you guys say for yourself? Hold, adventurer. Sorry, phlegm. Yeah, okay. I would know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading up to his death. I don't know him, sir. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. I mean, yes, except that the murderer was hiding evidence, and we now are no closer to finding out who is behind it. But sure, sir. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one who we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Well, thanks. Speak with Swift at the hall. Okay, I can do that. I have nothing to report, Swift. 'Twas a dead end. I was going to say if you were an archer, you could literally just shoot that person, but I'm not an archer and I doubt that was an option. What news, Siren? Where is the merchant? Dead, if you must know, Swift. Murdered? Damn it all to the seventh hell. He was not simply murdered, Siren. He was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of his rites than you realize. Okay, take your word for it. The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the fragrant chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of our own investigations. Master Alphanard has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Okay, just 2 seconds. I am going to quickly... Sorry, you're going to have zero music for 2 seconds. I'm just bringing back up the list of main quests. I just like to be informed of when I actually finish 2.3, so I'm just quickly looking up the name of the last quest in 2.3. What are we currently doing? Revolution. Revolution. I said... Oh, I have to scroll. Sorry, give me a second. Who was a lot of quests? Brave new companions. Okay. Ethernet. I don't know that I've ever manually gone back this way as this character to use the Aetherite. Such an awkward feeling, that one. Anyway, we are going to the Chamber of something. The Chamber of something. Hello, back again. Can't seem to stay away, you know. Hi, Bartholomew. It's been only a short while since I last saw you, I dare say. You and your twin over there. We've been expecting you, madam. Please proceed inside. I keep saying I have to fix my inventory and then I never fix my inventory. Jesus Christ, I've got to fix my inventory.
Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us.
What research did you do?
Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room.
Who am I going to share it with? Tom, Dick, and Harry on the street?
The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination.
It's not because they had something to offer and you didn't, but also they're political refugees, kind of more so than you are, even though they're fleeing the exact same thing. It's a little more genocidal on their part. But they were instigated.
Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
And what was that incident?
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters.
Were they actually brass blades? Or were they people dressed up as brass blades?
It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer,
there you go.
whom I ordered interrogated.
Okay, and how'd that end?
Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Okay, why does someone employed in the brass blade need money? They're not a refugee. They're getting paid by the city already to do a job. Are they just greedy? But at least we know who the real culprit is now. Good.
Teleji Adeleji.
Yeah, I knew that would come as a surprise to you, but not to me.
But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Because he serves to profit from it.
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill?
No?
It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
That sounds like a good idea. I like this idea.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Between whom?
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield.
Well, it was a battlefield for the Calamity, but still. Who's it been disputed between?
The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge.
But who owns the land?
What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day.
Okay, but you're not settling the refugees on the ruins, you're selling them in the area. I mean, the flats are gonna be a pretty big piece of land. How much land do they need to, create a little village?
Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations.
I'm still struggling to find the relevance of this.
In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill.
But why does the area of the ruins have to be included in the land that's been ceded to the refugees? As I said, it's a flat. The ruins are not taking up the entirety of the flats. Cede the part that it's not sitting on, and assure that there's an avenue of entry for all nations into the ruins. Yeah. And I guess is he trying to benefit from the refugees?
A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
It's a dramatic way to put it.
Would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
I'm not surprised. Why are y'all surprised?
He
Look
walks
at that
a path
face.
all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
So go kill him. You have the evidence. What are we here, flapping our jaws for?
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution.
So let's go kill him. I think a lot of games and shows and stuff are resistant to just killing your problem. You have proof, you have facts, you have evidence. Just go sort the problem with violence and then it's sorted. You can then pass on the information and the proof down through to everybody and work on quashing this rebellion.
sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
I don't know what that is.
Pardon?
An Allagan monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Allagan inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself.
Whoa, wait, what? It was an instrument created to fell Bahamut. Damn. That's
If
powerful.
accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cotonou Flats, given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation. Destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When
Instead he
first
unburied
I
it.
bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged.
But one with access to Omega could get its schematics and rebuild.
However, if someone were to restore
Eh,
it,
I'll
as
restore
the
it.
Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
True, but you would think that your most inner sanctum would be the one place they can't get to because you literally have guards outside. But okay.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
You assumed. I'll just nod awkwardly as per usual. I nod way too much in this game. How, Bartholomew and brother, how did they rats get in? For shame. Have some pride in your work. Stories we tell. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intended to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling, and the fact that it's not just the Uldans, it's all 3 nations. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. Fortunately, you're already well positioned to do so, Lieutenant Lunafel. Pray keep us informed of any developments in Cartano. Begone, whelp. This is no place for children. Why is there a crying child here? Could someone please remove it? I'm sorry. It's Elle again. I was looking for you, miss. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. How did you get into the city? You know this girl? Reluctantly. Oh, he's dead, by the way. I'm not quite sure what you came to tell me. So he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see. Did you find the man? Were my parents with him? They were not, I am afraid. How do you know? You weren't there. However, I can think of several places they might be. if you like. We can go and look for them together. You can take the grieving child. I would like to not. I don't want to deal with children. Really? You'll help me look, mister? Of course. But first, I must needs finish speaking with my friend. She's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by that pillar over there. We require but a moment. Okay, mister, I'll be waiting. Oh, thank God he's going himself. I don't have to deal with the child. I'll take it to the quicksand. Maybe Momodi will know what to do. Legion of Garleans, an aether-starved primal. Even dealing with an Essean would be preferable to this charade. Agreed. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they rise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources, and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change. Well, where's your sister in all of this, may I ask, Alphinaud? Seren, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. Lady, I've got bigger things to deal with than your bullshittery. I've got to find out more about Omega. Hashtag priorities? Situation in the Trollswood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive. Let's go kill a primal. Who the fuck cares about the primals right now? We got other problems. I'm sick of the primal problems. The Trollswood? Then the primal threat you spoke of before has been confirmed. I have received no reports of Ixali activity, which leaves the Sylphs. Go, Seren. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. But I'm sick of the primals. It's so boring and repetitive. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. I'm over it. I'm so over it. Whoever wrote this deserves to be shot. It's bloody terrible. Alice hangs out in the wilderness and hosts the Bahamut raids, where you can learn all about that topic. Airport, I think. Okay, so it sounds like she's doing fuck all in the middle of this crisis. Sounds about right. It is a relief to see you healthy and hale, Seren. The latest news from Ul'dah was most disturbing. I got into one fight with pathetic refugees. I was never in danger. Clearly the only injury Alphinaud suffered was to his ego. Doubtless it will heal ere long. I mean, he seemed fine to me, actually. The other scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you're ready to begin, I will summon them now. Cool, so we can all listen to you yap about some primal bullshit. Let's go. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business, then. I have received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the primal Rama. I'm sorry, may have? Then it is not certain. The elder Eorzea informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Leven's return to the forest. The Sylphlands, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, antecedent, but that fact need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Rama is reported to act only in the defense of his children. Imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs of their territory. Wait, so if that's... then what's the issue? If he's not going to do anything except defend, seems unproblematic to me. The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, it would surely not have escaped your notice. Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. I beg your pardon? You foresaw this eventuality and did naught to prevent it. I told Papa Limo. I suppose I could have reported things to Minvillia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. I mean, you still report that. You know how the Sils feel about people poking around in their territory? They already summoned Rama once, right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came tramping through the forest. And so long as Castrum Orient stands, the Sils cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Ida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Uldar drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. 'Tis like that the Sils perceived this panicked migration as yet another invasion, and quickened their efforts to summon their god. I am put in mind of Titan and the kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for a primal's coming. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Seren, through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gridania. I wonder, might one who has treated with the Sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve a similar success with their patron deity? If Rama can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. A fond hope. Were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the beastmen since time immemorial. But maybe this time we can... Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Rama's presence. The Elder Seedsy has requested your personal involvement, Seren. Pray report to Commander Hulwa, I've still never figured out how to pronounce his name, at the Adder's Nest as soon as you are able. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Leven will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Scions will of course lend you whatever support you require. Homeward then, I suppose. Yep. You know, it rains more often than not here in Gridania. It's a very frequent thing to teleport back to. I suppose it's a very moist region, given the forest. Be back in a sec, sir. I remembered once again about my squad. I keep forgetting they exist. All right, was anyone doing training? It brings a tear to my eye to see how our little recruits have grown, because now we can push them twice as hard. What's next on the agenda, Commander? The total value for squadron attributes has reached its maximum level. Now that this maximum has been reached, any attempt to raise a certain attribute will result in the reduction of another. Maximum attribute values can be increased by improving your squadron rank, which is accomplished by completing special missions. Be aware, however, that rank promotion missions are generally more difficult in standard deployments. It is advised that you raise the levels of your recruits through training and missions to improve the squadron's chance of success. I read and did not understand. Any enlistments? Okay, well, let's go, sir. The squadron has returned from the deployment. Pray look over the report, Commander. Level 12? Nice work, guys. Greetings, Commander. The squadron is performing well, but let's keep up the pace. How shall we proceed? Mission deployment or training? Mission deployment. They're gonna fall behind if they don't go on missions. I could keep training them though, but these guys just went up so many levels, it's not funny. We'll take out Jolene. And Nanasami, and put the two of you in. How about that? That seems like a better option, I think. Although, we can do a level 5 mission, can't we? This mission will be challenging. Why? They're over the required amount. Oh, sorry. Whoops. Totally forgot about that being a thing. Okay, I'm seeing the problem here. I can only do that one then. Damn it. So what do I need? I need mental ability and tactical ability. God, that's a lot. Okay, mental and tactical. Got it. Mental and tactical. Mental and tactical. Oh. They did say that to do one thing was to lose another, which makes no sense. I don't understand. Does their level just go up? Yes, the level just goes up. Well, that means I have to just do this until everyone levels enough that I can increase this. But at what level can I increase that? I'm a little confused about how that works. Little confused. Sorry, ladies. I need the other guys to level a lot, so it is what it is. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I'm a little confused by how that functions. Anywho, hi. Lieutenant Lunafel, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal is ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The elder Eorzea, however, would speak with you first. She's of the opinion that your diplomatic, rather than martial, skills may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Nafika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the lotus stand. That's fine. Is it quicker to just go back to the aetherite? No, we'll do it anyway. How much? I do not have many seals at all. Maybe I need to start doing more fates. Oh dear. Why is... Oh, there. I was like, I can't see the quest marker. And yes, it would have been quicker just to walk here. But it's fine. Done now. Oh god, we're really getting into the vibe of Halloween, aren't we? The other signs have already arrived, madam. Shall I show you in? Please do. Wow, it's a regular party over here. Alright, well...
Scions of the 7th Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramu is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace. Our guest informs us that the sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of the sylphlings. Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramu is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the sylphs found a way to share the Twelve's Wood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided. Blessed as you are with the power of the echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations. The Twelveswood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramu himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples.
Well, you look very happy.
You have my thanks.
Singing and dancing over there.
Pray make for little solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin.
Okay.
An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet,
Well, not really.
it is not only the Twelveswood that
It's
flinches
not hurting
at its
anybody.
coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
Thanks, ma'am. But again, Ramu isn't hurting anybody, so it's fine. It works automatically. You train your squad to a certain level, and then a higher up comes over and says, "Congratulations, we are most impressed about your achievements. Here is your raise. Awesome, thank you." So I just keep doing what I'm doing, and eventually I'm going to get rewarded for it and can actually then train up to increase my level skills, and then I can do higher level missions. Is that the word I'm looking for? Missions, yes. I need to go to Little Solace. Back to the Hawthorne Hut. It's not like I haven't been there 21 million times. I keep saying it, but I can't wait to get some new land to traverse. I'm bored with the current land. Oh, I could have mounted Choco. Oh well, we're here now. Yes, I do need to start doing some more fates though, but they were not on my path, so it'll have to wait. Can you believe I've been going for an hour and 14 minutes and I've gotten in exactly one combat situation? Kind of sad. Hello. Lieutenant Lunafel, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the primal Rama himself. An unenviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. It's just because of my ability to use the echo. That's literally it. I'm being used for my inherent abilities. I've been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we might ascertain the location of where the Lord of Levin might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. Oh, okay. Okay, have they come back? I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer. Hello. This one returns, and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching, and have wisely identified the precise location where the touched ones summoned Lord Rama. Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good woman to her fellow Scions? It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please come with this one. Okay. Can do. How far away are we going? Good lord. Where are y'all? Ugh. Yeah, I'm just gonna go up and over. Lark's Call. Still a very nice name for the place. Was that always there? I don't remember seeing that. Axio, I have found you. Wise ones have ventured deep, deep within the Sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touched ones. Okay. Speak with Maxio again. Yeah, but Maxio, I don't need to deal with this. I don't need to deal with conflict. I can go around the conflict. If there had been fates along the way, I would have done them, but alas, there are none. Where are y'all? Oh, there. Where are the scions? This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Rama, and this one may turn mean and nasty like touched ones. And so this one must say farewell for now. Walking one must find wise ones not far from here, to the south. Go in safety, walking one. This way. Alright. Looks a bit weird, but okay. Hey, there you guys are. I was starting to doubt whether the stuff was going to take me to you or not. So, Thancred is Thancred, Papalimo is Papalimo, Ishtola is Ishtola, and you are you, right? Well, that's easy enough to remember. This one's name is Yida, in case walking one is wondering. Joke, I'm joking. I don't understand the joke, though. I mean, I understand she's playing on the fact that they don't use their words, their names, but I didn't really find it funny. So it's actually you. I'm relieved. For a moment, I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded sylph tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics, it's a wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Ishtola's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up. Wait, they're impersonating us? I've never known them to do that. That's quite enough, Papalimo. My apologies. It's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, as I was saying, I finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and I'm pleased to say I have reached an indisputable conclusion, to wit, that Rama was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetherite. Come, Saran, Lord of Leven awaits! Where are we going? Come, Joko! I am an impatient lady. Wonderful. Thank you. Your service is much appreciated. Hi, I mean no harm. I'm here to parley.
Thine order betrays thee, servant of hiding.
Well, my eyeballs just got blasted out of my face. Ouch. Not me, my character. That must have been so blinding. Hi. Can we speak like respectable individuals? I mean, you're not attacking, which is a good
Thou
sign.
art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest.
And I have no qualm with that.
Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs?
I invoke the ancient right of parley, sir.
The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult.
What else do they have to offer, sir?
Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest not for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to distinguish between peoples. Just as your purple ones are different from the green ones, and you seem to only care about your purples and not your greens, which is short-sighted on your part, but We too have different peoples. We have the people inherent to the Twelves with the Gridanians. And then we have the interloping refugees. Can you please just take your wrath out on the refugees and not the innocent people who are wanting to coexist with you? Please? Thank you.
Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just.
Again, I'm not held responsible for the actions of others.
Redanian or Garlean, it matters not.
I rather think it does.
The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other.
Why are you treating us all like we're one person? Your beard is fucking weird, sir. I'm not responsible for the actions of another, just as one Silver's not responsible for the actions of another.
Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man.
But now you're just making sweeping generalizations, and I don't appreciate it. I will kill you, if it comes to that.
Whence sprung this calamitous seed?
Well, you're the one who's only being calamitous at
In the beginning, no
present.
such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born?
No, sir. I would argue that your sylphs are also light and dark.
It would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature.
Well, I can actually, and I am.
Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking?
Yes, because you have two choices, sir. We either engage in peacemaking here, or I kill you again. Those are your two options.
Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges. That they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee.
If you say so.
Very well. I shall consider thy proposal. Shouldst thou survive my trial.
Who are you to dictate that I must go through a trial, sir?
If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee.
Okay.
Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
Sir, you need to stop making these sweeping generalizations. We are individuals and separate nations of peoples. Please treat us as such. Rude. So I'm literally just letting myself get struck by lightning. Because what else is this trial going to be?
Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Okay, maybe this is going to be a dungeon?
Eorzea, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
How did he get in here? You taking a photo? What was that sound effect?
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady.
The primal of beards. Certainly seems that way. It was an astronomical beard he had.
I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
Why? I'm going to look ridiculous if I have to put that on my face. The striking treat hard, now accessible. Good lord. Okay. It is a weekend though, so maybe it's not going to take so long to queue. But before I queue, I need to go to the bathroom, because once you're in, you're in. So give me a sec, guys. Remember to hydrate. Alright, let's queue for this thing. Duty Finder. I never know where they are. Let's start here. Nope. Striking tree hard. Yes, okay. Join. Average wait time 18 minutes? What am I going to do for 18 minutes? Yeah, distinguishing between people is a recurring problem in this game, really? Ugh, that's just tedious. It gets very tedious. Okay, well, I'm gonna go slaughter some of your creatures over yonder way while I wait 18 minutes. God, that's such a long time. Oh, because it needs 8 people, that's why. Well, if any of y'all want to jump in and hasten this, I would appreciate it. Ow. Or you. None of that. This man is my arch enemy. He killed me dozens of times in a single match, and my little brain still doesn't fully compute how his fight works. Oh, cool, great. That really bodes well. Oh, will you stop attacking me? Jesus. I'm not here for you. I have less than 3 minutes to kill this thing. Leave me in peace. God, everyone and their dog wants a piece of me. You, die. Someone else attacking me? No, it's just you. Okay, let's just drift this way. Damn it, why is everybody angry at me? It's because of the levels, I know, but still. It's annoying. I wasn't actually meaning to attack you, I was meaning to attack the sylph. Where is it? There. Fucking saplings! Go away! Move, Choco. I need to get the sigils, the seals for the company, so I may as well spend time doing this, although I'm going to get bored in 2 seconds flat. No. Oh, I completed it. Yay. Alright. Well, this is going to take a while. I can go help Q if you want. I'm already in the game. Yeah, if you could please. That'd be super swell. 18 minutes is a long time to sit here doing fuck all. I don't want to go to the gold saucer because that's like a massive thing to do. I could, however, go back to Mordona and get the quest that was sitting there. I don't know what it is, but we can go check it out. You can get off. Thanks. Alright, what is this quest in here requiring of me? You. What do you want? For keep's sake. Doesn't help. Okay, what do you actually want? A wayfarer like yourself must be privy to all manner of tales, yes? So tell me, what do you know of the adventurers who purged the cultists from the ruins of Amdapor Keep? Not a damn thing. What? It was you who did the deed? Well, I mean, it was a dungeon, and I didn't really realize what I was doing, but yes. Then you were just the person I have been seeking. There is a man I would have you lend your ear to, a hero known as Addiston. He dwells in Camp Tranquil, from where he surveys the 12-sword. Of late, he has sensed dark stirrings in Amdapor Keep, and would speak with one who has braved the ruins already. But I shall put no more words in Brother Addiston's mouth. Pray attend him in the South Shroud. If you give him my name as proof of your intent, he will not withhold a single detail of what he has observed. Okay, I will go. I know you're only going to give me another dungeon, but I can do that. Addiston. Hi. How can I be of service? Yes, I'm Addiston, one ever listening to the Shroud. Pray tell, why have you sought me out? Because some chick over at Mordona said to. You will come at Lorienne's urgings? Yeah, that was her name. Good heavens, the elementals smile upon me, sending one of the brave souls who smote the cultists within Amdapor Keep. Well met, my friend. I am here at Arunsena's behest to investigate the keep. You are here because of my findings. The terrible things fester within those ruins, and someone must destroy them. Yes, even though the lambs of Dalamud, in their dealings with Voidsent, plague us no longer, the fell presence hanging over the place grows stronger by the day. Wood Whalers ventured into the keep to find the cause. Their reports were chilling. Someone has completed the cultists' rituals and summoned the most ghastly of Voidsent. Over them reigns a leader, peerless in might and malice. We must fell this Voidsent lord, and so dispel the foulness hanging over the ruins. Maxon guards the gates of Amdapor Keep. I don't know why my ability to read has suddenly plummeted. I shall alert her to your coming. Now go, my friend, and may the elementals guide you to victory. Sir. That's lovely. I will do my best. Where was Amdapor Keep again? Way up there. Alright. Come, Choco. We must away. In a this way direction. Should probably mostly follow the path. It would be easier flying. Well, actually, you can just walk. It would be quicker, would it not? You're quicker at walking than flying, aren't you? I think you are. But hard to tell. There it is. Maxine? Now the question is it going to give me the quest to actually complete it, or is it just going to open up the dungeon? Because it seems to do either or with these dungeons. What brings you back to this tainted place, adventurer? Ah, so you were the one who has answered Brother Addiston's call to enter the ruins. I warn you, though, the keep has never been more perilous. The evil that dwells within has warped the forest life, turning woodland animals to brutish beasts. The place is feral. Our only hope is to slay the Voidsent at the heart of the castle. If we do not, well, I pray that the elementals guide your way through the keep, adventurer, and your victory brings peace to the forest. Ah, it does want me to do it on hard. Oh well. I'm not about to go changing up my queuing now because, as I said, I want to get through MSQ. I'm not interested in anything else at this moment in time. So, I think we've done all the quests in Thanalan, so let us go here and suffer the indignity of this location. Alright, what have we got? Out of the blue. Hi, where are you? You? Zealous yellow jacket? A yellow jacket is in need of a yellow... Is a yellow jacket indeed. Okay, I get a water cannon spell? Okay. You there, would I be right in guessing you're an adventurer? If so, I have a request to make. We've had reports of some charlatan claiming to be a blue mage, whatever that's supposed to be. He could be a blue-arsed dwarf rat for all I care, but I hear he's selling so-called soul crystals to adventurers for a tidy sum. Apparently, they're meant to give the holder all sorts of mystical powers, which is a load of chocobo shite according to a dozen or so dissatisfied customers. You see, spells and whatnot are not really my field of expertise, which is why I want you to help me investigate. I need you to tell me whether these crystals are the genuine article. If they turn out to be fakes, I'll arrest him on charges of fraud, and you will receive fair payment for your assistance. And if they, by some miracle, end up doing what he claims, you might be able to pick up a new parlor trick or two. So, are you in? Apparently I am. Very good. We've received word he's I don't know how to pronounce this word. Haranguing? I don't know. I know how to spell it. I don't know what it means. Don't know how to pronounce it. Passes by near Summerford Farms. I'll meet you there. Summerford Farms? I feel like I haven't been there since my first playthrough. When I started in Lumsalmensa. What a bitch of a city this place is. Which server you on? Dynamis? I don't even know what Dynamis is, so the answer is going to be a no on that front. How do I see what server I'm on? What's the Materia Data Center? And then I think it starts with R after that. Question mark. How does one tell what server they're on other than logging out? I don't log out because I'm going to lose that if I log out. I don't know. Right click on an item in inventory and at the bottom see sort option. What? Okay. I appreciate that. I don't know where that advice came from because I didn't do anything with my inventory, but thank you. How does one tell what server they're on? Definitely nothing in that. Does it say in Duty Finder? I doubt it. No, it does not. There is the server setting alongside the clock. Server setting... I don't have the clock still up. Clear skies. Minimap. Yeah, I don't have that. I look it up. It is in episode 1 of Neuros. Yes, it's going to be like literally the first thing I do in episode 1. So it should be there. Anyway, where are we going? We're going to the farm. Where is the farm? I could just travel there. Let's do that. Whacking all kinds of buttons. I just wanted this button. Hello, Yellow Jacket. How can I be of service to you? You got here just in time. Looks like he's about to make his pitch. Where? I don't see anybody. Ravana. Yeah, that's the one. Told you it's up with R. just recall that you've been frustrated at the unorganized mess that is your inventory. I am always frustrated about the unorganized mess that is my inventory, so thank you. I never saw that option before because I don't tend to right-click on items. Thank you. Still need to go through it though. Supposed blue mage. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. The name's Martin, and today I present to you a wonder of the new world. I call it blue magic. Oh gosh. Beyond the Indigo Deep lived the Wallaki, who have their own unique brand of spellcasting. Like black and white magic, it draws on aether from our surroundings, but that's where the similarities end, my friend. Is this like an actual blue mage class and I shouldn't be doing this? I'm sure you've all seen... No, because all of them have the class in the name of the quest, so it can't be. I'm sure you've all seen wild creatures lashing out with fire, ice, and what have you. It's a form of self-defense, see? But it's still magic. The Wallaki, I just don't know what I'm supposed to do with that word. Discovered how to harness aether in the same way and wield the forces of nature. But how, I hear you cry? It's simple. You have to attune your mind to the instincts of the beast. When a creature is driven to attack, you can see it into its soul. When you overcome it in battle, you absorb some of its aether and make its power your own. Yes, it's the actual blue mage. Why is it named differently though? All the other ones have the class name and the quest title. Of course, it's not as easy as picking fights with the local wildlife. But my Wallaki mentors taught me well, and now it's my turn to teach you. Learning monster spells. So I don't have to change class, I can just learn a spell then. Behold the power of blue magic. What creature does that? Oh my. That looks like a cactuar. Oh my god. By the 12, did you see that? I thought you'd be impressed. Now, before anyone asks why it's called blue magic, let me tell you. For the Wallaki, this colour holds special meaning, sacred even. And seeing as this ain't white or black magic, it seemed like the perfect fit. I suppose you're wondering what you need to become a blue mage like me. Not really. Well, for starters, you'll be wanting one of these, a soul crystal. And don't forget a specially designed outfit to help you look the part. If it looks like you, that's a no from me. I'll even throw in one of these spell books, personally penned by yours truly, containing everything you need to know about learning blue magic. I've got enough for all of you, but you'd better snap them up before it's too late. I mean, is he genuine? Or is he trying to peddle some wares? Or is he just trying to share something that's, you know, sacred to him? Are you not really that dense? Can't you see he's playing you for fools? Ma'am? Drive the beast to attack. More like run headlong into battle with only a silly blue costume for protection. You're a materia? Yes, I'm a materia. Of course, no one can claim it's fraud when they're at the bottom of some creature's belly. They look hilarious. We feast on your flesh, smoothskins. Your gods cannot save you now. All of you, stay back. No more, please spare us. They have a funny way of running. They never stood a chance. Bugger all this swords and shields nonsense. I'm giving blue magic a try. You all look so ridiculous. There's definitely something fishy going on here, and the arrival of those Mamulja was a little too timely for my liking. Agreed. Come on, let's go see where he goes next. I do very much agree with that. Way too timely. Where'd the big strong lady go, by the way? It looks like he's heading for the Morrowby dry docks. Follow me. Cool, that's far away. Am I near Aether? No, I'm really not. Okay, well, so much for that idea. Guess we're gonna have to do it manually. Oh my gosh. Level 4? No. No, I draw the line at doing level 4 fates. That's just so far beneath me, it's not funny. I lose all my skills because I have to go down to like level 9. No thank you. Alright, right time 18 minutes and we're on 20. Yep, sounds about right. Splat. According to one of the guards, this Martin character has been seen skulking around the docks over the last few days. Apparently, he's been begging for leftovers from the mess hall. Considering that he's making Gil hand over fist from gullible adventurers, this strikes me as more than a little odd. Anyway, he was last spotted making his way to the Salt Strand. Let's go. What's the Salt Strand, may I ask? I don't know. There's a quest here. I can't see what it is, but there's a quest here. Level 1. Oh, wow. I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. Okay, where are we going, man? Oh, over there. Okay. My eyeballs just didn't see that before. Splat. Splat. Hi. Just as I suspected. He's up to no good. Why else would he come all the way to a place like this? Martin, you say you'd be less violent this time. That was very violent. Very violent indeed. Dazed. It all adds to the realism, and you lads did a great job. Your gods cannot save you now. Nice improvisation. That one bloke damn near shot himself. I think we've seen enough. Right you are, ma'am. Hold it right there. I'm placing you under arrest on charges of fraud. Fraud? This is all a big misunderstanding. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. The game's up. And the same goes for you two. I knew you were in cahoots from the very beginning. As for those crystals, I'm about as convinced by them as I was by your acting. Say what you will about our sales technique, but there's nothing dodgy with the merchandise. I'll have you know I poured my heart and soul into those crystals, and the spellbooks explain how to learn the magic. It ain't my fault if the buyers can't be asked to read them. And if you're thinking about clapping me in irons over the outfits not providing enough protection, I can assure you they were tailored especially with the needs of a blue mage in mind. I'll admit I had to cut a few corners to keep the costs down, but still. It all boils down to whether the soul crystals are genuine or not. Oh, do I have to trial them? I know it's a lot to ask, but would you try this blue magic if they're his? Okay, we're here. It's not like I don't have the time. Come on, miss, don't be shy. Once you've learned your first spell, you'll know I ain't pulling your leg. I'll even let you borrow one of the outfits. It looks like a Scrabble piece. I don't trust it. Oh my lord. You know what? Except for the hat, it actually kind of suits her. Sadly enough. Oh yes, very fetching. While you were getting changed, Latulja and Gahilja have been, could be a ya, luring over a nice cooperative baby kraken to teach you water cannon. The bait's been laid, so one should turn up any moment now. Yeah, how do I learn a spell though? Should we not cover that first before you summon the creature I'm supposed to be learning it from? That ain't a baby kraken, sir. Run away, run away! That's a bit on the big side, lads. Understatement of the year. Not to worry, all you have to do is give it a few licks with the patented blue magic focus, or stick if you prefer. Our tentacled friend will return the favour by firing possibly quite painful jets of water at you. Oh, and try not to die. Yeah, I'll get right on that, sir. Okay, can the dungeon not proc right now? I need to kill this thing first while I'm a blue mage. Unintentionally. Actually, I don't think that it has logically changed my class. I think it's only cutscening me. Oh god. What a masochistic class. Good grief. Ouch. Have I learnt it yet? This is going on for a very long time. Oh, that just... What a way to learn an ability. Ow. Impressive. After that little escapade, you should be able to fire your very own water cannon. By the by, you don't, strictly speaking, need to be struck by the magic you're trying to learn, but that'll probably happen whether you want to or not. In some cases, repeatedly. As long as you're the one the beast's after, its power should be yours, assuming you can defeat it. You see, this is what most people don't realise about becoming a blue mage. When you start out, you're like a blank slate. It takes a fair amount of recklessness, I mean bravery, to stare these creatures down and look into their souls. It's a shame that not all of my customers have your determination, but that's hardly grounds for calling me a fraud. You don't think he's telling the truth, do you? Well, he's telling the truth about the class. He's just a really terrible sales pitchman if he needs to resort to, like, fraudulent practices. Now that's settled. I'll be having my wares back if you don't mind. I'm still me though, right? Yes. What's that? You still don't believe me? To be honest, miss, I don't know what more I can do. Tell you what, why don't I give you a soul crystal, outfit and spellbook for free? That way, as a fully fledged blue mage, you can act as living proof of my innocence. Sound fair to you? Hello? Blue mage unlocked. Nice. Open the blue magic spellbook under character in the main menu to assign active actions. Blue mage arms generally have no effect on your attributes. However, equipping armor and accessories... That poor little chocobo. That boosts your intelligence will greatly increase the damage dealt by your offensive magic. What do you put on its head? I'll have to go check him from the front. If you lose your blue mage gear, replacements can be purchased from Calamity Salvages and Limsa, Britannia and Uldar. Oh, he's so cute. I only saw him from behind and I'm like, what is he, like, suffocating in that thing? But oh my god, that's so freaking adorable. It's a little Moogle chocobo. Aw, I love that. That's adorable. Right to buddy. There we go. Oh, it just yeeted me out of the duty finder. That sucks. Guess we'll start again. Oh. Okay, I might ask my guild if anybody wants to join, because this is taking way too long. Sorry, I'm just typing. What are we completing? Striking tree hard. What is cute? See if anybody are. Now it's down to 9 minutes. 9 minutes my ass. How'd that happen? I'll believe that when I see it. Okay, well, in any case, while we're just sitting here... No, you stay there. Soul of the Blue Mage. So if I... Hold up. Hold up. I would need to change my class. I'm just going to go eat breakfast and then I can. Sad face. We can unsync it if it takes too long. I'll smash around with... Oh, yeah. Hey, look. No, that's a suggestion. 100%. How do we do that? Okay. You know what? You can hear me in chat. That sounds great. How do we do that? How do we do it unsynced and you just like one-shot him and we move on with life? I don't need to accomplish this task the organic, natural way. I am A-okay with cheating. So let's do that. Is that something I do on my end or do I... How do we do this? I don't know how to do these things. 2-second fight. Look, I'm happy to have a 2-second fight. My friend already did that to me with one of the previous fights. I don't remember who it was. We got in, he one shot, and off we went. Okay, it was 3 shots, but still. Okay. Oop, I've got some takers from my guild. We might be able to do it normally. Invite to party. Oh, it keeps kicking me out every single time. God damn it. I need to stop doing it this way. Oh my gosh. Oh, shit. Okay. I don't think this person made it into my party in time, unfortunately. Tank queues. I'll tell you after how to unsync. Okay. A member has withdrawn from finding new members. Ack. We can run through your own backlog. I've gone through most of my quests, actually. Surprisingly. I've gotten through most of the dungeons. I just need to do the other one, the End or Keep Hard or whatever it is. That one I do need to do. And again, happy to just sprint through it in 2 seconds. I'm okay with that. Damn, this music's hitting hard. My eyeballs. Ouchies. I forgot this was a lightning-based dungeon. God, that beard has got to weigh as much as he does. Bro, you need to let it go. It's not good for your neck. And that's not good for my eyes. The music is just continuing. That's great. Let's just get the guy. I don't think... Oh, I don't think I can get out of it. Never mind. Zoom out a bit. started already. Oh, yeah, that's why. It's fine. Well, we are chipping away at him. It's nice. Oh. I don't know. I don't think we're supposed to soak the damage with each other. I think we're just supposed to, like, tank it? Question mark? Oh well. We're all surviving. That's all that matters. Oh, are we supposed to be attacking these other things? I don't know. Maybe? Yeah, you know what? Probably sounds like a good idea to get rid of these. Damon's got a lot of health. Oh, that doesn't look nice. That looks painful. Well, that looks like it's gonna hurt. It didn't. Okay, well, it'd be nice if I could move at some point in time. What am I? I'm terror. Frozen with fear and unable to execute actions. That's a long time to sit and do nothing. Thank you. Take mine aggro. I don't know what that means. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that other than just take the hit. I feel like there's a lot of intricate stuff happening here and I'm just ignoring it all. I'm just attacking the kid in front of me. Hey, if it ain't broke, why fix it, right? There we go. Have I proven myself worthy, Sensei? Nice. Done. Huzzah. Oh, we're going to cutscene.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light.
And is it acceptable, sir? Have I been found wanting?
And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Uh-huh. You said a lot, but didn't say much. Oh, I meant to record things for you.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin.
I didn't...
A regrettable act, but a necessary one.
Did I actually kill him? I thought we just showed him a bit of our strength. Oh, no. To be fair, he did ask for it.
In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Ascians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Okay. See you there. Okie dokie. Damn, and now Seren beat up an old man. No, guy, man, sounding like a criminal moron. Look, he asked for it, in my defense. I think you do. That's the magic of playing a range. Safety distance is a bliss. It sure is. Okie dokie. So to run and sync, open the duty finder. Click the gear at the top left. Oh, I didn't even see that because the quest behind it was in the way. Okay, click the gear icon. Then click unrestricted party. Confirm and queue for anything you need to. Oh, okay. Go. Confirm. And then we need to queue for into a keypad. And pour key. Hot. Hey! Cool! Trees shouldn't be moving like that. I am happy to passenger princess my way through this. I'm not here for a challenge. I'm here for the story. So take me through. The delay on stream is intense, lol. Okay. Koyar Katain. Ooh. Your hair's nice. I mean, there's little point in me even trying to attack because the time I actually attack, you will have already killed them. What class are you? That's pretty. I liked that. What class is this, guys? And will I enjoy it? It's looking pretty at the moment. Wow. Oh, treasure. Hold up. Let me grab this. What does it say? You already have one. On the pass. Jesus. Sorry, I was looting. I'm good. You can just go. Actually, don't, because I'm gonna get lost. Executioner? It's a Reaper. Melee DPS. Okay, how do I get Reaper? How many expansions do I have to get through to get to Reaper? Pardon me, just gonna get this one as well. And hope it's not a mimic. Thank you. I still like your hair. Your hair's pretty. Unchug. Should I bother? Is there any need to meet? Nope. Nope, shouldn't bother. Thank you. We just went literally straight into a tree, but okay. You just need level 70. So level 70, no expansions? What am I on? 61. Demonic Rose. It's totally just a Marlborough. Ooh, something wants a piece of me from behind. I don't know about that. Stormblood. So do I have to go to Stormblood because you require the area to learn it? I don't really know how these things work, I'm going to be honest, these classes. Damn, just one-shotting a tree like that? Holy heck. Thank you for displaying this class for me firsthand. Though I suppose you can't really show me your full toolkit because you're one-shotting everything. Thank you. I don't remember how to unlock requirements. But if you bought M Walker, the quest starts in Ul'dah at level 70. Okay, I have all the expansions, so... Yeah, you kind of got stuck on the tree a little bit there. A boogeyman. Can I get one hit in? Nope. This etheric flow is pretty. I like it. A fell orb. Are you going to come to life, Mr. Gargoyle? I hit something. It's a miracle. Can I hit something else? I sure can. Hi. Just gonna get out of that for my own safety. Oh damn, you're bigger than your statue was. Holy heck. 150 seconds to crash down. I don't think that's going to be a concern for us. I'm going to be honest with you. Do I have an instant cast skill, by the way, other than those? No, not really. Okay. Oh, off we go. In principle, you just need the expansion, but you also need the base level, and you can't level up until you at least enter the next expansions. That's a problem. You're stuck at 50. Oh! That sucks. Damn, aren't you dramatic? Sir and Lunafar with the War Scythe is going to be wild. Oh, good lord, I wasn't expecting the cackle. With the glow sticks. Yay, I hit something. Wow, it's over. It's over so quickly. Yay! A very quick dungeon. Thank you. I guess you can't do player accommodations when it's only 2 players. Lol. That's the only dungeon I have to do compulsory. I don't have any more that I need to do, actually. Oh god, Cackles McGee over here. What the hell's going on down there? Yes, forget it. It was nonsense. You're already at level 61. You can level because you have it. I can never tell if whether, like, this is my actual level or whether it's just my class level and whether they're the same thing. So I just took what you said as correct. But okay, so I just need to go up 9 more levels. 9 more levels, just low-key. That's all for now. Thank you so much. Well, I need to turn in that quest and then go speak with you. You're actually going to be closer, so I might do that here. What? Really? Really? You're going to be like that? Okay. Fine. I'll go around. Sure. Out of the way. Damn trees. And can I disband party? Disband party. By the way, can I get confirmation? I can't use Vercura myself, correct? Because I have Vercura. But I don't think I have any way of targeting self. Am I right? Lieutenant Lunafel, you have returned. Dare I ask how Rama received your visit? He was a little hostile to start off with, but I kind of sweet-talked him around. After beating the shit out of him, he challenged you to a test of arms. It is well, then, that you have some experience in such matters. The peoples of both Gridania and Little Solus will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Leven has accepted you as the first champion of peace. You've performed a monumental duty this day, Lieutenant Lunafel. The Elder Seedseer must be informed of your deeds at once. Leven an impression. Haha. I see what you did there. What little gods are made of. The Elder Seedseer will wish to hear of your experiences firsthand. Yeah, you literally just told me that. Pray return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The conjurer at Nafika's altar. Nafika? No idea. Altar will be expecting you. Fare you well, Lieutenant Lunafel. That's nice. I have to do this one first, though. Gotta go speak to Addleston so he can report back to something Senna. I don't remember what the middle is. Where is he? Behind me. Addleston. You should be able to cast Vercure if you don't choose a target. It auto-targets you. Ah, okay. I never just like randomly pressed it to see how it went. Huh. I could have just tried that. For some reason, I just never tried pressing the button. Thank you. I'm glad to see you unharmed, my friend. By Maxon's report, the people of the Twelves would owe you many thanks for vanquishing the Void-Sent Lord. Yet its death does leave a question. Who summoned... Wait, that procs dual cast? Nice. Who summoned the fiends, if not the Lambs of Dalamud? My friend, saw you aught within those sinister walls that might provide the answer? Not another living soul, you say? How curious. Could it be that the summoner quit the keep, then? Yes, unless... In your last venture inside, you came upon cultists attempting to summon Void-Sent. This time, did you perchance see their remains upon the ground? Yes, apparently I did. Ha! Then I know the truth of it. 'Twas no living soul who brought the Void-Sent upon us. No, it was the blood of the Lambs of Dalamud, the very same stains the ground. How do I scrape bloodstains off the ground? The dark sigils drawn by the cultists must have been finished but for a sacrifice. How ironic, sorry, quickly looked to chat and then went, no, I should finish what I'm reading, that their own blood should bring the rites to completion. It was mere coincidence and nothing more. No sinister forces here conspired, no mortals eagerly beckoned Void-Sent into our realm. We may put this matter to rest. If you're sure and convinced. Save for the Void-Sent Lord at the heart of the keep. I had assumed it was an unthinking brute, but from what you said of its manner, mayhap it had cunning aplenty. Indeed, this fiend could have beguiled the Lambs of Dalamud into all of this. If dark force is able to so lead mortals, then grim days lie ahead of us. But such ill musings do not suit your victory. I shall enjoy this respite from danger, as I hope you shall too. Go well, and rest assured that Arun Senna, Run, that was what I was forgetting, will learn of your valor this day. Thank you. Thank you. You're going to get an ability later called Raise, which, you know, yeah, okay. One of the few classes outside of being a healer that can revive. Very useful. That's true, and presupposes I remember how to do it and click on people to use it. Choco, take another one of those, if you please. What was I just thinking? Oh, class. Okay. We need to swap out... I just need to put in... How do I change to... There, Blue Mage. I need to do that. And then that. I thought he gave me some... Hold up. I thought bro gave me some clothes. Where the hell is that going to be? Is it going to be like a trunk somewhere? Yes, there. Okay. Try that again. There we go. Looking much better. And then we're going to save that. How do we update gear set? No. How do I... I'm a blue mage. How do I... Add. There we go. There we go. And then... Gear score 4. Level 1? Absolutely not. Yeah, no, that's nice. Never playing Blue Mage. I just wanted to make sure I had the set so I can't accidentally sell it. That's really just all I wanted. Can we please go back to a Red Mage? The Mithrite Rapier registered to this gear set could not be found. Oh, did I just not update this thing? Hold up. Maybe I just haven't updated. Is that gonna change my shoes though? Question mark? Yes? We're all good? I think we're all good. That confused me for a moment. Dislike. Oh, Nakey. Just a wee bit. Alright, okay, so we can keep going with main quest now. Huzzah. So, we need to go speak with Carnasena at the Lotus Stand. I can just do this. Good lord, look at that thing. It's so tiny. Alrighty, and then this way. And before we head on in, bathroom break time. Sir, let me in. Thanks. The world present, how delightful. I'm back!
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this.
I'm sorry, should I have said something different than I'm back? I have returned to you. There you go.
I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramuh ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell?
I will tell you in one sentence, apparently. Less than a sentence.
Ramuh made trial of you?
Mm-hmm.
I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without.
Uh-huh. I don't believe that.
It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest.
I see how you see it that way, but I don't think that self-interest is really at play here.
As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all.
Those are some dramatic, sweeping statements you're making there, ma'am. Specificity?
Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth.
Uh-huh. If she says so. What will that look like?
Lord Ramu has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent.
I told you it had nothing to do with him, but you didn't want to listen to me. People need to listen to me more often.
Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
Olivo. Thus ends another daunting mission, Siren. I wouldn't say it was particularly daunting, no. I'd hoped Lord Rama could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness with which you have responded to the primal's sudden challenge. And it seems that Urianger too was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Siren? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of the day? Okay. Can do. I still hate that I have to go through 2 loadings just to get to Memphilia. Why it can't just be an open door, I'll never know. Hey Jericho, welcome. Memphilia. Welcome back, Siren. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Rama precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but Urianger's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Leven, a learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together.
If everyone is ready, let us begin. Eorzea, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the waking sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Eorzea and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
That's nice. I'm concerned about Siren's neck. She's standing a mite close to both of you, and that's really not good for her neck.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'ashtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
Cool, I was lost, so thank you.
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
That just sounds like whatever it's called in Final Fantasy VII. Live stream? I don't remember.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
Why did the crystals just reappear?
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits, should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
How could we?
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
I kind of feel like you didn't finish your sentence, but sure.
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Asian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals...
I don't know why he cut himself off, but okay, may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Bye, Eorzea. You good?
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
So that you can harbor feelings of dread and sorrow later on. As it's inevitable that they're dead.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
Ah, there are so many of you. Okay, only 13, but still. That's a lot. The Lord of Leven has returned to the Aether, as was Leviathan before him. Rama's acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Whirl, and Leven all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. Ha! Sure have. The limitless potential of man, Heidel's servant, grows mightier by the day. Yet she prospers at great cost to her mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wan. Yet even as it enervates, the ardour empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key. And that is a task to which we bend our every effort. Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken an Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. Those scenes are so cryptic. Alright, Ophelia, what would you have of me now? She has some correspondence she wishes to share with you. Oh, joy. Yashtala, lol. Yes, I did notice that poor Gideon Emery had mispronounced Ishtala's name, but I wonder if perhaps they didn't have voice direction, so they had to just sort of guess from the spelling before them. And yes, indeed, that did feel like a PowerPoint presentation. It was very PowerPointy. Now the matter of Rama has, for the present, been put to rest. There is something I would show you, Siran. It's a very large letter. What of it? It is a letter of thanks signed by the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance, acknowledging the Scion's tireless service to the realm. Well, we don't really do it for their thanks, do we? It mentions, in particular, the names of all of the defeated primals: Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Good King Mogulmog XII, Leviathan, and now Rama. Needless to say, there is only one among our number to have faced them all. And though these words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel that they were meant for you above all others. I too must offer my heartfelt thanks for all that you have done. In the course of your duties, you have never once failed to answer my call to arms. I may have resented it, though. You are a true hero, Siran, and Eorzea is that much safer for your presence. Oh, I didn't realize my ring was visible on top of my gloves. That's kind of funny. Pray do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may be relied upon to sow chaos in this realm until such time as they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that man would foment strife on his own. And that is to say nothing of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals too will return to plague us again and again and again. And yet, despite all this, your deeds serve to inspire the people, to give them hope for a better tomorrow, and there is no greater gift. That we have the courage to strive for what might otherwise seem an impossible peace, we owe in no small part to the dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people you have won over to our cause in so doing. Our list of enemies has ever been long, but think of the allies with whom we are now blessed. Of the Sils of Little Solace, who wish naught of conflict. Of the Alamegans and the Domans who stand with us, determined to halt the dread march of the Empire. And then there is Sid and the Fellowship of Noah, racing to unlock the mysteries of ancient Alec that we might be spared the horror of another Ultima weapon. Of course, when speaking of our greatest allies, we must not forget those closest to us, by which I mean our fellow Scions. Thanks to their many and varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Ascians, and combat it we shall. Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming, antecedent. Given our embarrassing wealth of allies, I trust it will not inconvenience you unduly if I absent myself for a time. Where are you going, bro? You've already been absented in Uldar. Where do you think you're going? Alphanard, I take it the troubles in Uldar no longer require your attention. There are yet some rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. 'Tis to report such that I stand before you now, and yet we haven't taken care of the merchant problem of what's-his-face with the rhymey name. That, and to speak with you concerning the new organization we discussed. And I have a message for you from Elle. You recall the refugee girl, the one whose parents were missing? They were found unharmed. Oh, yay for her. She wished me to pass on her thanks to you. Not that I helped her at all. Why, Alphanard, am I to understand that you made the effort to remember the poor girl's name? I look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. Seren, you've been away from Revenant's Toll for some time now, I believe. Might I suggest that you put the affairs of the realm to one side for the moment and take this opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town? In what capacity? Which reminds me, one of the Doman children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Yozin was his name. I believe he has some small matter he wishes to share with you. Why not oblige him with a visit? Because he's a fucking child, Philia. That's why. Why am I doing quests for children? Like, why? Oh. Well, guess we need to go speak with the child. Except I'm going to take a break here. I just need to eat. So, oh, look at the time. Perfect. We'll be back in half an hour's time to continue with the main quest. As I said, we're trying to get through 2.3 today. So, definitely gonna, beeline it to the MSQ. So, thanks for sticking around, guys, for the first 2 hours and 45 minutes of my journeys. And I'll see you guys here in half an hour.